Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. 7:42 on March 28th. So I just want to preface this by saying this is not going to be finished by the end of the month. I'll take this into the beginning of April because I have one book here that I want to start, and I'll add another book. So before I tell y'all the book, I need to do one of two things. I need to fuck it, I'm gonna do that. You guys, let's start this video off with a book haul. You guys, I got drunk yesterday. I went out, I had some drinks, had me a ball. I woke up today, I was off from work. I woke up today and I just decided I wanted to go discount book shopping. So I drove around to some Dollar Trees and I found some books. 5 books? Yeah, 5 books, and I went to 3 Dollar Trees. So first, let's start with Missing Dead Girls by Sarah Walters. The title, I don't know if I've seen this book or if I've seen people read this book, but the title seems something in my head. I don't know. Friendship's a Killer. Next, Ghost of Harvard by Francesca Saratella. You guys, this is large print too. I have one book on my shelf that's large print. You guys, she's fat, okay? She's fat. And floppy paperback. This is a dark academia. Someone's sister kills themselves. No. Candace's brother kills himself. Is it a year before he finishes college or some shit? Something like that. And, you know, whatever. The next two, I'll save the next two for last, because the next two were really like, you know. So this one is Sleepwalk by Dan Cheyenne. Yeah. A propulsive, darkly comic novel about a shaggy, tender-hearted mercenary running from his past and the nefarious people he works for. You guys, why'd I pick this up? I don't know. I think just because I had this in my head that I wanted to do, like, I was driving around to some bookstores, to some Dollar Trees, so I was like, fuck it, I'ma just pick it up. You guys, I don't know if I like mercenary stories. I don't know if I like, and not mercenaries in like fantasy setting. I don't think I like mercenaries in the sense of like hired killers. Like, think that movie Agent 47. I don't think I like books like that. You know what I mean? Because I read, is it up there? Yeah, I read Billy Summers by Stephen King. it's the only Stephen King that I read so far that I did not really enjoy, and it's the premise of it all. It's the hired killer of it all, and I didn't like it. So I'm not quite sure why I got this. The synopsis did sound interesting, but then that's the thing. All synopsises sound interesting. It's the fucking it's the dress that the person has on, you know what I mean? Pretty gowns. Pretty gowns. That's about it, you know what I mean? And then the next thing is bargain book shopping. When you're in a dollar store, everything sounds good. Everything sounds good. So of course it sounds good. The last two, one of them I'm actually quite glad I found this because I listened to one of them on audio already. This is the author. I listened to one of their books already, and then I have one over there that I was trying to read last month before I fell into a slump that I kicked myself out of this month. So the author is Ellery Lloyd. This is a husband-wife duo. They wrote The Club. If y'all could see that. They wrote The Club. And then I have... I should have gotten the book, but I have something over... What is it called? People Like Her. I have People Like Her. And this is called The Final Act of Juliet Wilbur. Wilbro, I think. When I saw this, I gagged. I said, oh, clock it. Some women won't be painted out of history. I love that. You stand tall. A tale of love and madness, obsession and revenge. The final act of Juliet Wilbur unravels the riddle possessed by a sphinx who refuses to reveal her secrets. Oh, okay. You guys. Love that. And then this one, the last one, you guys. The Glutton by A.K. Blakemore. Yeah, I knew nothing about that, but this says 1789 France, nuns move along the dark corridors of a Versailles hospital where the young sisters Perpetua has been tasked with sitting with the patient who must always be watched. Gaunt and ailing, the man is rumored to have eaten a golden fork that is killing him from the inside. This is why it gagged me. What's more, he is said to have done monstrous things in attempt to sate an insatiable appetite. An appetite they say tortures him still. That right there gagged me. I didn't read nothing else. Where I just stopped is where I stopped in the Dollar Tree, and I gasped. I literally gasped, and I said, oh, close it. And then look at the cover, you guys. The cover. Oh, dare I say, best cover of the year. Dare I say, best cover of the year. And this came out 3 years ago, 2023. Anyways, that's the haul that I said we're starting off with. Perfect. Now, the reason for the video. I want to read We Fell Apart by E. Lockhart, the author of We Were Liars. Correct. I just finished Lily and the Octopus by Stephen Rowley. That was quite enjoyable, and I'm just continuing. I'm continuing. I don't know. This I don't know if this has the We Were Liars thing, but if this has you guys know what I'm saying. I want to stay in the contemporary fiction vibe. I think that's what this is. I really wish authors would start writing. I really wish authors would start putting the genre of the book inside inside the stuff, because I don't know. I think never knowing like what not knowing the genre of a book, just like I don't know, kind of peeves me. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but anyways, let me tell you my history with Miss Lockhart, you guys. First of all, I tried to read this back in November when I went on a cruise. Tried is the subjective here. Trying to read a book on a cruise is so unserious. I'm sorry. I wasn't the only one. I was not the only one. And I think that's what, I don't know why I couldn't do it. You guys, almost every morning I got up and went to the pool deck or to the lounge area or whatever. You guys, I saw more than 5 people holding novels in their hands. I saw more than 5 people, just chilling by the pool, turning pages and shit. You guys, me, why was I walking with the book while holding a drink? You guys, and once I started drinking, I was continuing. So, try is the relative word here, I think I got like 3 chapters in, if I'm being cheeky. 3 chapters in. Yeah, I just turned to a random page. Page 34. I read this. I don't know. Oh, you guys, I made it all the way to part 3 on the cruise, and that's 12 chapters in. I'm gonna just start over. Because nothing to it. So anyways, I'm going to read this. This is why we're here, right? Now, my history with Miss Lockhart is, when I was getting back into reading, I want to say late 2023. I'm going to tell you guys right now, because I'm going to pause. Hi, guys. Okay, 2 things, okay? Mystery, thriller, contemporary fiction, that's all this. Start putting it in the thing, okay? Now, next, I started getting back into reading late 2023, right? Like late, like December type shit, right? Boom. 2024 is where I just, like, stop, right? I had to go to Goodreads. April 3rd to April 4th, I read 1 book. We Were Liars. April 3rd to April 4th, I read 1 book. We Were Liars. if you're computing that correctly, correct. I read this book in a day, okay? And sure, you're like, bro, it's what, 300 pages? And yeah, you're right, it is 300 pages. However, I I read this book in one day. And that's after getting back into reading. You know what I mean? And I ended 2023 reading all of 6 books. You know what I mean? So when I read this book in one day, I said, wow. I said, wow, right? Mm-hmm. I read this the next day. Okay? I obviously enjoyed this more because this took me 2 days to read. This took me 2 days to read, right? I then read Genuine Fraud. So this would be number one. I would say number two. Genuine Fraud would be number three. I really did enjoy this. This really did give Pretty Little Liars. This gave Pretty Little Liars before I started reading books that gave Pretty Little Liars, and I really enjoyed this. Her last book that I read again, I think this was my least favorite book. I think I gave it like a 3 star, and only because I think I listened to this fully on audio, and there was some things that I caught myself not understanding, and when I flipped through the book, I said, okay, the audio did not do it justice at all, because it just didn't work. So I did say I would reread this to see if it was like a one-time thing. Simple. So in this current time, I've read 4 of E. Lockhart's works. She has more, obviously. I think she has like a little duology thing. Something there. I might grab it. It sounds good, but I'm already 4 deep, so why not just add more? You know, E. Lockhart is rivaling Stephen King right now. I think, well, I have more Stephen King books, but I've read the same amount of E. Lockhart that I've read Stephen King, right? Boom. So I want to read this, right? And then I'm gonna put it up here when I get to editing and shit. She's coming out with another book in October this year, October 10th. I think it's called Swimming Pools or something pool. I'm gonna add it there when I get to it when I get to doing the shits. So yeah, that's what I want to do, you guys. Because E. Lockhart is another. When I find a Stephen King that I like, I'm gonna pick it up. Okay, um, Books A Million has started putting Stephen King in their bargain section. I love that for me. I love that for me because I was already paying the $12, the $15 for the paperback because I've been collecting my Stephen Kings in paperbacks. When they started adding them to the bargain section, $6 and $5, sign me up. Sign me up, okay? So then when I see a Stephen King, I'll get a Stephen King, right? Tiffany D. Jackson is another author that I'm getting caught up on. I've read 2. I have 1 that I need to read, The Scammer. And then I want to get more, right? Right. E. Lockhart, I bought this when it came out. If that says anything. I bought this when it came out. So, October 6th, I'll be there. I'll be there. Yeah, and I'm not falling for the pre-order shit. Sorry, sorry, not sorry. I get that like the pre-ordering thing helps authors get on the bestsellers list. I think that's cheating, right? However, if I'm gonna pre-order a book, why am I getting my book the day after it releases? If I pre-order a book months in advance, why am I getting my book after the release date when I could have easily walked into one of the 5 bookstores and just grabbed the book on release day? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not falling for the pre-order shits anymore. That's boo-hoo boo. So no. So yeah. That's what's going on. How have you guys been? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love that for you. Have you guys been reading? I've been in a slump too. I actually just got out of a slump. I've read 2, 4, 6, 7. I read 7 books minus 1 because I DNF'd the book. So I read 6 books this month. Um, right now I'm getting like if I'm thinking um chronologically how I did things last year, this would be how I started the year as well. I started reading slower, and then like the 5th, the 6th, the 7th month of the year, I just do absolutely nothing but read. Like right now, it's still the beginning of the year, so I'm doing shit. I'm being active. I'm going out. I'm talking to people. Um, when we get into the year and shit starts to shake, I'm not leaving my solitude. Yeah. So, as you guys can see, I got the ambient set for me. I got candles lit. Got books on the ground. You know, they don't talk about that when we're making videos and shit. Who's gonna put back all the books? Who's gonna put back all the books? Who's gonna put back this stack of E Lockhart that I just showed you guys? Who's gonna hang up the hall? But if I tell you guys, there's 10 books behind you guys. There's 10 books behind you guys. Who's gonna put those up? Me? It's like 8 o'clock. I do have to go to work tomorrow. So I don't wanna do nothing too long. I'm kind of tired of going to sleep at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm kind of tired of going to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning. Sorry. So I think I'm going to. It's 8:07 right now. I'm gonna read for a bit, maybe like 2 hours, like 8, 9, 10. I'll read for like 2.5 hours, and then I'm going the fuck to sleep. Showering first because I want to take a shower. I just want to take a hot fucking shower, bro. I don't want to take a bath because I really just want to soak. That's for me to figure out and for y'all to speculate over. Anyways, this is the start of a vlog. We'll be reading We Fell Apart by E. Lockhart. I might pick another book. I don't fucking know. No, I am. Because I did say in a video that I'm kind of tired of doing like one book videos. And it's only because I'm still trying to like figure out how to like do all the stuff. Like, I know I've been posting videos and shit for a good minute now, not like years or nothing, but for a good couple of months, on and off. But I'm still trying to find a perfect balance of like giving information on a book, but not too much information, but also not making it 20 minutes long, because that ends up happening. I record a video for like, I record a intro for like 15-20 minutes, and by the time I'm getting to talk about the book, I'm already at 40 minutes, and it's like, damn, bro, that's the video, like, you know what I mean? And I don't really want to, I told you guys this already, and it's not me being lazy. I don't necessarily feel like all the jump cuts are needed. Like this is, I don't know. We, and I mean we as the internet, as people on the internet, you know, we ask for things, and then we either don't do them, or we don't watch the people that does it that we're asking for. You guys crave authenticity. You guys literally are salivating for it, right? But yet we're editing videos. We're editing. You know what? You know my biggest pet peeve, and this might just be me being like selfish, or like me being like me not understanding all what goes into making a video. Those 24-hour reading vlogs. Why are your 24-hour reading vlogs 13 minutes? 13, 15 minutes. You're telling me you can't even give us a 30-minute 24-hour reading vlog that you snip down into 13 minutes. But yet we're begging for authenticity. Anyways, let me get off that soapbox, because I don't know. Like, I'm a burp. I'm not cutting that shit out. You guys see it. Like, I'm not cutting none of that shit out. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're asking me for authenticity, and then you're asking me to cut out the authentic part. Like, not even the authentic part, but like the human being part. Like, I'm sorry. We all burp, we all poop, we all fart, we all pick our noses and shit. Like, why are we ooh, this could be, you see you guys, I just wanted to like tell you guys about a book, but fuck it. I'm about to say something, and I'm going to try to say it quickly. I find the United States to be the weirdest place to be, and not on some like what's going on shit. We are literally the most overly sexual country in the world, but yet we are also the most none like I don't understand it at all. And I'm saying we loosely, because I refuse to be a part of y'all's bullshit. We over sexualize the fuck out of everything, but yet talking about sex is like yikes. It's like, yikes. You say dick and balls on the internet, and everyone's ready to hang you up. Like, but yet, y'all are nasty. You know what I mean? It's so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. And I'm a gay man. So I'ma say it. The way y'all was salivating over heated rivalry was a little bit weird. Was a little bit weird. I don't know. It was a little bit weird. I'm gonna leave it at that because we're at 16 minutes. I'm gonna leave it at that. We're starting a book. Welcome to the channel. Hello, you guys. I just looked at this video and I'm letting y'all know now there is about a 15-minute rant that I'm keeping in. Yeah, but let's get to the books. So I originally told you guys that we were reading We Fell Apart by E. Lockhart, the author of We Were Liars. We've been reading it, you guys. I'm on page 133, chapter 33. So let me start with this. This is no We Were Liars. I'm going to just put that out there. This is no We Were Liars, and I'm also not enjoying the story. I'm enjoying E. Lockhart's work. I'm not enjoying the story. The story is very boring. It is very boring. I'm on chapter 33, and I kid you not, I don't even think I told y'all what this shit is about. So basically, we're on an island relatively close to Beechwood, which is where We Were Liars takes place. This is literally 5 days, like a week after the events of We Were Liars. So it goes, the list goes, We Were Liars, Family of Liars, and then this, but it's not connected. It's just interconnected. Interconnected is what you would say, right? So we're just following Matilda. Matilda is she's in her 20s, I believe, either 19 or 20. She wants community. She wants to be wanted type shit. Like, you know, everyone wants to be wanted. Her mother is a grifter type shit. Like, she essentially falls for artists and musicians and all that jazz, and the moment she's rode the high, she just like dips. So Matilda has known a plethora of men that has come into her life, except for her father. Her father is this famous author. He painted a picture of her mother, and that's how she started like putting stuff together. Now, there is a weird thing with that. He was 30 something, and he got with her mother when she was 19. That's going to go into my problems with the book, right? Matilda is very needy. She's a very needy little girl, and I mean, obviously she has all these damn problems and shit. She has abandonment issues, clearly. She had a boyfriend who was relatively nasty to her, and he was just an all-around mess, okay? So essentially, before she went to meet her dad on, I think it's called, what, Hidden Beach? Yeah. Before they went to do that, the boyfriend kind of like sprung a breakup on her, and essentially turned all their friends against her.
So she's like, okay, fuck it, I got nothing to lose. Let's go meet this man. Um, there we get a semblance of a story, a semblance of a story, like something. We have Tatum, Brock, Mare, and Matilda, and then we have June. June is Mare's mother. Mare is Matilda's brother, right? Right. I don't like stories where we're being told that, like, one, your father was on some nasty shit being involved with a 19-year-old. Two, I don't like when stories make children almost entitled to their parents' lives. Like, I wholeheartedly believe if your parents want to sit you down and run their past through you, that's fine. However, I don't think I don't think you should I don't think you as the child of said parent should find something of interest and then hound them for information. Like, if I'm your fucking mother and I tell you your father is the literal definition of a piece of fucking shit, I don't know what else you want from me. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer in you make the bed, you lay in it type shit. Like, so anything that happens to Matilda with this man, I genuinely don't care, because your mother literally already said that man's a piece of shit. That man is the definition of a piece of shit. Okay, let's I'll give you an example, right? So he emails Matilda, right? He emails Matilda and he's like, "Hey babe, I would like for you to come out to Hidden Beach. I want to give you a painting. Would you come for it?" Hidden Beach is an island, you guys. Like, it's a boat ride away from Beechwood in fucking We Were Liars. He made her buy her own plane tickets. Tickets with an S, because she had to buy multiple. He made her buy her own plane tickets, and then, you guys, the kicker, when she got there, he wasn't even there. When she got there, he wasn't even there. She had to find out that she had a brother from her brother. He he made this painting of Matilda. That's what he does. He paints people. And he gave it to Mare. He told him, don't give it to her until I get back. But also, there's this running thing where, oh, his name's Kingsley. There's this running thing where Kingsley just, like, doesn't believe in time. Like, he'll tell you to be somewhere. However, that doesn't apply to him. Like, if he gets there, he gets there. If he doesn't, he doesn't. He just, it's all suggestions type shit. So yeah, piece of shit dad, needy ass daughter, and a story full of, I don't know. I don't know what this would exactly, because nothing's happening, honestly. Nothing's really a nothing. It's just, I'm just reading a story. Like, I told you guys I'm 133 pages in. I want to reach at least to 200 tonight. I'm gonna I want to attempt to reach at least 200 tonight. Yeah. Okay. because this is already 9 minutes, I'm just going to add the second book in one time. So yes, I have been reading two books, and the second book is The Compound by Aislinn Rowley. Yeah, Aislinn Rowley. This is essentially, you're essentially following, it's a game. Think Big Brother, but like stripped down. They're not competing for money. They're competing to essentially own the house, the compound. You guys, this is a mess. This is boring. And it's not, the story itself isn't boring. The person that we're following is boring. Hold on, Phantom wants to be let in. Say hello. Say hello. Y'all saw my number? I hope not. Where was I? Think Big Brother, but like stripped down, okay? So, we're following Lily. Lily is the main character that we're through, and I would like to know how authors decide whether or not they're going to... Two things. I want to know how authors decide which character is going to be their main character, and also how do you decide whether or not you're going to have us follow a story through one character's POV versus multiple POVs? Because I think this would have done better with multiple POVs. Lily is boring. Lily is boring. Everyone else around her was relatively interesting, and you don't know much about them outside of what Lily knows, because a part of this being like Big Brother, you can't explicitly tell anything about your outside life unless it's for a game type shit. So Lily's boring. The story isn't I don't know. Nothing to lose, everything to gain, winner takes all. That is giving, it's not giving what the story is. And this is a debut on I think this has that debut curse. This has that debut curse. And I was talking about this like to my mother. You know, she doesn't like when I talk about books, but I'm always rant about a book. Upon getting into reading, I necessarily didn't understand the difference between and this was me like freshly just like picking back up books. I didn't understand the quality of writing between a debut and someone like Stephen King, right? Who has 150 plus novels, right? I read a lot of debuts when I just started reading, and it was not like this. Or at least now that I have much more novels under my belt, like my goal for this year is 145 books. I read 140 books last year. Some of those, relatively most of those were like debuts, but like not recent debuts, you know what I mean? They were backlist debuts, stuff like that. This is a relatively new debut. I think this came out in 2025. Copyright 2025, yes. It's just, it has that debut curse. That's what, this isn't, it's not interesting at all. And the reason why I'm willing to finish this, and why I didn't finish a book like Such a Good Liar, which I DNF'd. I'm willing to ride this out just to see like how it ends. I already have 3 stars in my head. That could significantly go lower. It could at least get a 2 star. It could get a 2 star, and it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Good Morning America, book club this book. Come on now. Come on now. I don't know. It's not. I don't know. It's not fun. It's not. When I think something, when I think a compound, and we have to do challenges in order to stay, this isn't what I expected, and I had something for this book in my head when I bought it, because I wanted to read this book. Again, I've been putting too much stock into my books. I've been putting way too much stocks into the books. I just need to read them type shit. Another thing that kind of jived me, that not even jived me, it kind of pissed me off. Pause. One more thing before I go, right? This had a cast of 20 people, okay? The premise of this was think Love Island type shit. Like, think Love Island, think Big Brother. You have to, one of the premises to like stay in the game was whenever they do eliminations, you had to, the ladies had to make sure that like they got one of the guys to stay in their bed throughout the night. Okay. You guys, what if I told you there were only 2 black characters? 2 black characters in this book, okay? And they did something incredibly nasty, which it's going to go into my rating, because why would you even do that? And I'm speaking directly to Miss Aislinn Raleigh. Why would you even do that? Bro, there was this, so 10 girls, 10 boys, right? They come, they frolic in the house, okay? Actually 10 girls, 9 boys. There wasn't one of the guys got lost or whatever, right? So they were uneven from the start. Keep in mind I told you there was 1 black girl or 1 black guy, right? So they're like mingling, trying to like pair up and stuff like that. And the black girl has a crush on one of the other guys, and the black guy is hounding the black girl, and everyone else is trying to force these 2 black characters together. And I'm just like, wait, I thought we were supposed to be like finding people. Like, I didn't know we were supposed to force this shit on each other type shit, right? So as the book goes on, characters start dwindling and shit, right? They kick the black girl's crush out. Not even crush, because they were mingling. He slept in her bed. He's like, he liked her too. Like, no, and it was the next thing, like, she was the only black girl there, so she was already self-conscious. She was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get picked, like, I might get out on the first round type shit. No, she stayed in for a good bit, right? The guy, he was like, that's like, she's fine shit, like, he was on some like, I want that type shit. They kicked him out, and they essentially forced the 2 black characters together. And I'm just like, 2 stars. I'm just like 2 stars. And then they did all of that for the 2 black characters to just say, you know what, I don't even want to play anymore. I'll self-eliminate. Excuse me? And then Lily starts crying. Oh, just Senya, you're my best friend. I don't know if I could do this without you. Bitch, you voted to get my man kicked out. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Ugh. I'm just like, damn. That's the next thing. You're supposed to care. You're supposed to care about them doing all this sneaky, reckless shit. You don't know these people. You don't know these people. So therefore, you're not surprised when they do some snake shit to another person because you don't know these people. You don't know their characters. You just know of you literally just know of them waking up in the house because that was the first page. They all literally woke up in the house. Lily was the first one up. I don't trust that bitch. Yeah, Lily said, I woke up first. There was no particular significance to it. Only that I have always only that I have always slept poorly and genuinely waked up early in the morning. Whatever. I don't trust Lily. I don't trust Lily. She seems a tad bit unhinged. At the end of the game, the last 2 people standing, they get to decide how long they get to stay in the house, after the game's done. The longest couple stayed in the house was 6 weeks. Lily's talking about, I'm going to live here forever. This is going to be my house type shit. And I'm just like, bitch, why? You're dead smack in the middle of the desert. Why would you want to make this your permanent residence? Who the fuck's gonna come bring your shit? You know what I mean? Who's gonna come and DoorDash in the middle of the desert? So yeah, it's just April, you guys. April is already starting off to a funny reading month. This is the thumbnail. Hold on. This is the thumbnail, you guys. There we go. That's the thumbnail. I don't know. The next time I come to you guys, I'm going to be wrapping up the books. I'm not coming back with another update. And I said there's a 15-minute rant in the beginning of this clip. It's staying in because I think my rant was relatively important. I think all my rants are relatively important. I literally just used these exact words today. I had a conversation with my manager. I wholeheartedly believe I was sent here to be the person to say all the things that no one wants to say. That's just that. So I'm always game for a rant, you know what I mean? Because I'm an observer. I'm an observer, and I literally watch a lot. I watch all the shit that y'all do, and I just sit back and I just like, damn, no one says anything. I want to rant. No one says anything. I want to rant. It's exactly what happened with my manager today. I got peeved. I got a tad bit peeved, and I simply realized that, oh, no one's going to say anything. Let me be the one. Yeah. And you know what? It worked out because he was like, damn, Jay, I kind of didn't even know all of that shit. And that I kind of didn't believe because, you're the manager. You should be paying attention. But also, I don't give a fuck. As long as what I say gets applied and I start seeing some kind of change, I'm all game for the games, you know what I mean? I'm all game for the games. I just don't, I always, I don't know, I'm an advocate for speaking, bitch. I'm an advocate for using your motherfucking voice, because it makes no sense to be quiet. It literally makes no sense to be quiet and then sulk. What does that get you? No. If you rant and shit still doesn't get done, then who gives a fuck? Go ahead and sulk. But you don't deserve to sulk when you don't open your mouth. Sorry. Yeah, it is 9:09. This is 25 minutes. And all I did was tell you guys about 2 books that I'm reading. I have some stuff on audio that I want to get to. I have famous last words. I have famous last words that I really want to get to. So I think I'm going to start listening to that tomorrow. Yeah. I want to finish these so I could so I could start another book. This video ends when I end those books, Avi. But yeah. That's it. Later. Hello, you guys. I said I was not coming back to this video until I finished the 2 books for this video, and they're finished. You guys, they're finished. So, what do I want to start with first? I'm gonna start with this first because I finished this first. You guys, I gave this a 2.75. I did not enjoy my time. I did not enjoy my time with this, guys. This was very... Okay. There's a couple of archetypes that I do not like, right? Continuously telling me that you want something only based off of prior knowledge, right? Only based off of prior knowledge. You telling me that you want something and then for you to get it and then not like it. For you to get it and not like it. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You knew you weren't going to like it, bitch. What's her name? Lily. Lily knew she was not going to enjoy her time in the compound. However, you kept telling me that you wanted this. Didn't reign true, okay? Number 2. This gave Big Brother, ex-Survivor, ex-Traitors, but Temu. You guys, this was a mess. You guys, I finished this yesterday. Disappointed. You guys, I was so disappointed. That I started a subscription. You guys, you guys are gonna get a book of the month video. You guys, I really wanted to like this book. when I tell you, scoured the bookstores for this book, you guys, when I tell you, I kept putting this book off for the same reason why I threw away my March TBR, too much stock. You guys, everyone who has reviewed this book has nothing but bad things to say. You guys, everyone that reviews this book has nothing but bad things to say. I knew that going in. I knew that going in, but I said reading is subjective. I believe this was the perfect book for me to realize that if enough people said no, don't read it, that's your sign not to read it. I gave this 2.75 stars. Next, We Fell Apart. We Fell Apart. You guys, could you guys see that? Let's see. Okay. It is right there. Those 4 books, right there, okay? We have Genuine Fraud. I gave that a 4 stars. We have Family of Liars, 5 stars. We have We Were Liars, 5 stars. And then we have Again, 3.75. We Fell Apart, you guys. 3. I didn't enjoy this neither. You guys, I didn't enjoy this neither. This was... These 2 books have had, because they're past tense, these 2 books had the most insufferable female main characters. And I was so... They literally ran the same. You guys, they literally read the same annoying, whiny, overly selfish, you know the point where someone is overly cocky, that they just look stupid, that everything that comes out of their mouth, you know, is going to be utter nonsense. Every complaint, every whine they make, you know, it's just coming from pure bitterness. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. You guys, Matilda, you guys, and this might just be me, right? Tell me how you guys would react if your mother said that the guy that's supposed to be your dad is a literal piece of shit, and you literally received 1 email from this man in the 19 years of your life, and he says, come to Hidden Beach, I want to give you a photo, I want to give you a painting, because he's the artist, right? Are you then going to secure yourself a ticket to someplace you've never been to see a man that you don't know, that you have not met, that the only pictures you could see is of online? Like, there's no candid photos of him. Like, the only pictures you get to see of him is on, like, he's that like reclusive artist, right? You guys, the most insufferable part about this, right, is Matilda, she was like, I just want to know my dad. I just want to know what we have in common, And she starts listing off the shit that she wants to know. You guys, she wants to know his snacks. She wants to know what kind of snacks he likes. She wants to know if he's a if he's some stupid shit, you guys. It's along the lines of wanting to know what kind of snacks he likes, and it was a mess. It was a mess. Also, I don't like I was gonna say female main characters. I don't like any characters, right? Where you being told no furthers the plot. You being told my life has absolutely nothing to do with you. You are not entitled to get to pick apart my life and then ask me an assortment of questions. The answer is no. I don't like when you get told no and that furthers the plot. Huh? Huh? Oh, and she starts listing off these attributes of herself. She goes, I'm persistent. You're persistently bitchy. You're persistently bitchy. How about that? How about that? You guys, I didn't have fun. Thumbnail. Perfect. I didn't have fun. Today's Friday. Today's Good Friday, you guys. Today's the 3rd. I'm going to start another book. I'm going to start a book like literally right now. I'm actually not. I'm going to go eat some food. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat some food. I have 2 books right there. And I have 1 right here with the bookmark already in, because I think that's the book that I really want to read. Yellowface is watching me. I'm watching back at Yellowface. I'm going to read Yellowface when I want to read Yellowface. Yeah. Thanks for you guys. This is 11 minutes, right? This is also Friday, like I said. I've watched this clip. I watched this video in doing. Can I even say edited, guys? What word would you say that I do? Anywho, I'm keeping my rant in. Yeah. When you guys watch the rant and then you get here, I'm keeping it in because I feel like it needed to be said. So, bye.